Hey y'all, we are back again. It's been quite some time since we've made some of these videos, and I know a lot of y'all have asked for it. So we're back for a big one.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our 2021 year in review. We have a lot to go
A long
over.
year.
It has been a long year. I believe everyone said that in 2020.
Yeah. Well, 2020 was a year in itself.
Yeah.
Now, we've gone through 2021 with a lot of obstacles, hurdles, but we've come out the other end of it, and we've done. We're really, really proud of where we're at now.
We are. It's been an amazing year. So let's just start with January.
Well, January we were here looking at the at the facility as a whole, and we're really, really proud of where the golf course had come to that point. And we're excited about the spring and what the golf course was going to look like in the spring. And lo and behold, we get a storm from I don't know where it came from, but
Storm like no other.
Yes, in my lifetime I'd never seen anything like it, and I hope I never do again.
It was crazy.
Yes, it was unbelievable. We as you all know, we were closed for 12 days in February. We had, I think, something like 5 days in a row where the temperature was below zero.
Wow.
And as most of you know, the golf course took the brunt hit of that, and our proximity to Lake Ray Hubbard was an obstacle there. It created an issue for us. Although we loved having the lake, and our views from the clubhouse and on the golf course are unreal sometimes, and but that was part of our issue and why we got hit so hard in February.
Well, who knew to prepare for something like that?
We never did. We covered our greens. We did some other things, but we did all we could. That was just an unbelievable event.
Yeah, so we turned, on a lighter note, an unbelievable event into something magnificent.
Exactly.
So from that, let's talk about the next month.
Yeah.
The decisions that had to be made.
So March. So what we were hoping for was a warm spring.
Yeah.
March, April, May. But we got quite the opposite. We got a cool, wet spring, which didn't help at all our situation. So we made a really difficult decision, and in hindsight, it certainly was the correct decision to go ahead and close the golf course. We made that decision. We announced it to our members during a member event, I remember, and it was pouring down rain that day. And I had a letter prepared, and they were stuffed in envelopes and ready to hand out as soon as the players came in. And all the players were coming in, and we were handing out the letters, and we basically made the announcement that day. It was a Sunday, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be around the next day or not. I thought for sure there was going to be some sort of cross out there to crucify me on, but no, we overwhelmingly positive support from our membership that day. I subsequently got emails and phone calls the days following the announcement, and all of them were in full support of us closing this golf course, and we thank you for that. And so we ended up closing the golf course June the 1st.
We did.
We applied some Roundup to the entire golf course, just about. Kill all the grass. We killed the greens, fairways, tees, everything except the roughs. And so we knew we had other issues, though. We knew that the grass was one issue, but we also had lingering drainage issues. Our proximity to the lake again puts us at lake level, so our water doesn't really drain very well. So we decided to add more drainage. We also added a lake behind hole 1 where water could run to and stay there and then eventually drain off to Lake Ray Hubbard. We added a channel to hole 4, which was always an issue there. We elevated some fairways, in hole 1, hole 4, hole 6, We added cart paths that to help us avoid a lot of those areas. We added a little marsh area to the right of 3 tee box to retain some water there. So everything we did over the summer was just total golf course improvement. 4 or 5 holes got new cart paths. Mm-hmm. So it was a project that the scope of it started out as a regrassing project, which turned into really a drainage project, a cart path project, and we all had to, and in our letter to our members, we told them we would be done and reopened by October 1st.
4 months.
4 months to grow new grass, add drainage, lakes, and cart paths and channels and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So it was unreal. We also invested in some new maintenance equipment to get that job done. Overall, we spent just over $1.3 million to get this thing done. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't even include the grow-in and, growing it in and doing all that labor and chemicals and fertilizers to do all that, and water improvements. So, it's been fantastic. It was a really, really difficult summer. In many ways, we had a couple of superintendents from sister courses come in and kind of consult with us and help us, and it was a great team effort, and I thank those guys for being a part of that project.
Yeah, it was there. Everyone kind of came together there.
Yes.
Especially in the last hour. So let's hit on that.
Okay.
Because it was a great project, an amazing project to complete in 4 months.
Yeah, I remember looking at the greens in July and August and thinking, oh my goodness, what did we get ourselves into? But we rallied the troops, and in August we had actually guys that worked in other departments come and help us on the golf course, and we had, like I said, a couple of superintendents from our sister courses come and help us and help us get it to the finish line. And in a matter of 4 weeks, this golf course was converted from a basically dirt to actual turf that you could play, hit shots off of, putt on. It was unbelievable how great it turned out. And you're right, it was a total team effort. Our golf staff, some of our food and beverage staff, some of our outside service staff, they all contributed to the project. We did restrooms as well. We remodeled the restrooms on the golf course. So there was just a lot going on, and it took everybody to chip in a little bit, and everybody did.
It was amazing. Mm-hmm. Now, from our team, especially our membership, I'm going to say thank you, because we would not be here if it weren't for you. I've said before that you've worn 14 different hats. Well, during those 4 months, he was wearing all the hats. So thank you, because you got us to October 1st and
You're
still
too kind.
Today.
You're too kind to say that. And, I think it was a situation where everybody just had to step it up, and everybody did. Yeah. And I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our guys that really just stepped up. Our maintenance crew did an unbelievable job. And let me add that the maintenance crew that we had at that time was very inexperienced. Yes. So they were thrown into this situation, and they responded beautifully to that. And with the guidance of those superintendents that we brought over, and just every day being out there and making sure everything was getting done, it turned out great, unbelievable.
It did. So also during this time of growth, not just the grass, we brought on a lot of key players, as you just mentioned. So some of our guys that were out here growing our course were inexperienced, and they've become vital assets to our team. But we also have hired a few more people. Talk about Jared and Mark.
Yeah, that's a great. That's a great reminder. So in this project, investing all this money into the golf course and the club, we felt like we needed to bring on folks that could take this golf course, not only take the improvement that we made, but make it even better in the future. And so what we decided to do was hire a director of agronomy, Jared Obar, who came from California. He was at the Monterey Peninsula area and then Orange County area. And then we also added a local flair with Mark. Mark is, from the Arlington area. He's been in Dallas, Fort Worth for many years and was a superintendent. And so we basically got really the level of expertise in that area is really high. We hired director of agronomy in Jared and a golf course superintendent in Mark. And both of them have been great to work with, and they've been excellent. And as you can see, if you've played recently, this golf course has even gotten better since October.
It has. We've only really heard good things from it, which we're so very thankful for. Now, we've actually added a few more people outside of maintenance to our team, so we now have a director of golf, a head pro, and an assistant pro.
Yes, as well. Yeah. So I felt like the best thing to do in that department was to add more experts into that area. And as many of you know, Brian was here, and Brian is now the director of golf. And we hired Mike Frias, who was formerly at Preston Trails Country Club, golf club here in Dallas, and also at Lakewood Country Club in Dallas. And he's got a lot of experience, years of experience. Most of you have met Mike. Mike was a great addition to our team. Lots of experience, lots of tournament experience, lots of membership experience. So he knows the business, and we're so excited to have him. Brian Hunt, who came from the Hank Haney Golf Academy, he's done a lot of teaching, great with our juniors, and he's great with our members. So Brian's learning. He's the youngest one in the group, and he's getting a lot of experience. And in a few years, Brian's going to be amazing also. He's done a great job already.
He is. What a team! What a team! You said it. I think you might have said this earlier, that it takes a village.
It took all of us for sure.
So it did.
Yeah.
But that's not everything that's happened this year. So if we go back in reverse, we had a tough, not so fun January, then the freeze, and then we closed the golf course and everything that entailed in that. But when we opened, it was kind of like a new day. Yeah. And I think it really felt like that. I remember that day. I think the first tee time was around 10 o'clock. We all went out there, and it was really something special. And from then, it's really been something special here. And we've had, so many tournaments. I don't even know how many.
Right.
A couple member events, and then we're now in the holidays, and the year's gone.
Well, the weather's been great since October, and since we reopened, and I would love to mention that we also had members that volunteered during that time who came in and cleaned up the lake banks and debris and all this stuff, and they hit our honorary tee shots on October 1st, as a matter of fact. And if you weren't here for that, you can actually look at our Facebook page and go back and see that. But yeah, we had 7 or 8 members that stepped up and helped us. They wanted to volunteer their time and help us, which is fantastic.
Yes, that. It's a perfect representation of our membership.
Yeah. And so, later in October, we ended up having our member appreciation night. We had fireworks out here. We had food all lined up outside. We had a live band, and just a way to say thank you for hanging in there with us and staying with us. The amazing thing of the 4 months that we were closed, we added 19 golf members during that time. We thought, it was going to be the reverse, where we were going to lose members. But actually, we ended up adding 19 new golf members, full members to the club during the closure.
What a testament.
Yeah, that's amazing. So.
Well, what a year. Some would say it's a year of adversity. I think we would say it's a year of growth.
Yeah.
And this new page, this new chapter that we're on is exciting and fun. And we thank you and for coming to us every single day, living your life with us, letting us be, that extension of your family. I know, speaking for everyone, it truly means a lot to live with you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, you guys have been amazing these last 24 months really, with COVID and now, the closure and reopening of the golf course. You guys have hung in there with us, and we really, really do appreciate that. And we look forward to really serving you guys in the coming year, and we're excited about what 2022 is going to bring.
We're very excited. Well, alrighty, y'all. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.